Good morning everyone. Already we have started our new chapter, reproduction in plants. Already we have learned the parts that present in the flower. Okay, not in the plant. Plant parts we have learned in the lower classes. Okay. And here we learned about the gynoecium, stamens, anthers, petals, sepals, style, so in the previous class we have learned about these parts. Okay. Now let me know more about androecium and gynoecium. Okay. So androecium means male parts, gynoecium means female parts of different flowers. Okay. Observe stamen and pollen sac or anther of the flowers. Are they of same size and shape? Observe various types of stamens of different flowers. So what he is saying that there are different stamens. Okay. Stamens and pollen sacs. Okay. And also there are their arrangement too different. Okay. Let us observe female parts like ovary, style, stigma of different flowers that you have collected. So what he is saying that now let me know about female parts. Okay. So here the female parts like ovary, style, stigma of different flowers are of different size and shape. Okay. The male parts, female parts also different from flower to flower. Okay. When compared to flower, the female parts and the male parts that present in the flower are of different shapes and different size. Okay. Next, draw the diagram of flower you have dissected. Compare it with the diagram given below. So what he is saying that he asked us to draw the Datura's diagram here. Okay. Do all flowers has 4 parts? So what he is saying that do all the flowers have 4 parts? Collect as many flowers from your surroundings as you can. See that you have at least a type of million or god flower as well. Now observe different parts in each flower. Record your observations in the table given below. You may also record your observation regarding the flowers already collected by you in the chapter. Okay, so what he is saying that he is asking us to know about the number of sepals, petals, stamens, pistils of the different flowers. Okay. So here let me know about, so there will be a 4 parts, so 4 kinds of flowers. Okay, now let us learn about that. Before that, in cucumber and bottle gourd, you will probably find 2 types of flowers on each. So cucumber and bottle gourd plants will contain 2 kinds of flowers. Okay, one is female flower and the other is male one. Okay. Take the help of the figure given below to find out the differences between the two. So what he is saying that he is asking us to find the differences between the flowers. Okay. Do you know any other parts which have separate male and female flowers? Give examples. So what he is saying that do you know any other plants? So when compared to the bottle gourd and cucumber, so these will contain two kinds of flower. Female flower is separate from the male flower. Okay. Why do you see in sunflower? So sorry, what do you see in the sunflower? It looks like a single flower, but is actually a bunch of flowers. The small flowers in the bunch are called florets. The florets in the center are called disc florets. The florets along the rim are called ray flowers. You will learn more about such special flowers in higher classes. So when compared to the sunflower, so it looks like a single flower, though it contains bunch of flowers and it also contains florets, and that florets are present on the center as they called as disc florets. Okay, the florets along the rim are called ray flowers. So along the rim in sense along the sides, it is known as ray flowers. Flowers may be classified on the basis of number of parts present in them as complete flower, incomplete flower, unisexual flower and bisexual flower. Okay, so basing on the classification, flowers are of 4 types. Complete flower, incomplete flower, unisexual flower, and bisexual flower. Basing on the number of parts present in them, they are classified into 4 types: complete flower, incomplete flower, unisexual and bisexual flower. A flower has 4 or more rows, at least one each of calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium is called as complete flower. So complete flower should contain calyx, corolla, androecium, that means male parts, gynoecium, the female parts. Okay, so it is considered as complete flower. Example, datura. Okay. So the plant which contain petals, sepals and stamens and pistil is considered as complete flower. Okay, next one about incomplete flower. A flower in which any of these 4 rows is missing is an incomplete flower. First, suppose if the flower contains calyx, corolla and androecium, or flower may contain calyx, corolla, gynoecium. So any of the reproductive parts. So such flowers are called as incomplete flowers. For example, cucumber. Okay. So if any of the 4 parts is absent in that flower, such flower is considered as incomplete flower. Examples, cucumber, bottle gourd and papaya. Okay, next about unisexual flower. Flower which have either stamens or pistil. So here what happening? It contains either male or female reproductive parts. Okay. For example, bottle gourd. Next about bisexual flowers. A flower has both stamens and That means androecium and gynoecium. So such flowers is considered as, so which contains any other plant bearing unisexual flower, whether the female and male flowers are born on the same plant or on separate plant. So what he is saying that whether this unisexual flowers, that means in papaya and bottle gourd and cucumber, can you see the male and female flowers on the same plant or on the separate plant? So what he is saying that as we learned before, so what he told us that the plant contains two different flowers, that is one was male and the other one was female. Okay. Collect hibiscus, cucumber, bottle gourd, datura, ipomia, bottle gourd flowers, etc. Observe the different parts in them. Record your observations in the table. See if you can collect all these. In case you can't, take the help of books present in your school library or elsewhere. So what he is saying that he is asking us to collect the flowers to know about whether they are complete flowers, unisexual flowers or bisexual flowers. Okay. So let me learn about hibiscus. Okay. It is a hibiscus was a bisexual flower. Okay. Datura 2 bisexual flower. Ipomia 2 bisexual flower. Cucumber is an unisexual flower. Bottle gourd is an unisexual flower. Bitter gourd 2 unisexual flower. Okay. Hibiscus is a complete flower. Datura 2 complete. Ipomia is a complete flower. Cucumber is incomplete flower. Bottle gourd is incomplete flower and bitter gourd 2 incomplete flower. So here and again in the last column he asked about the male and female both. So hibiscus it contains both, datura both, ipomia both, cucumber male or female, bottle gourd 2 male or female, bitter gourd 2 male or female. Okay. Next one, sexual parts of flower. So as I told before, the sexual parts of the flower are androecium and gynoecium. Now take a stamen from the datura flower, tap the stamen gently on your slide. You can see some grains fallen on the slide. Put a drop of water and observe these grains under the microscope. These grains are called as pollen grains. Collect pollen grains from other flowers and observe under the microscope as well. Are all these of same size and shape? Draw the diagram. Draw the different pollen grains as you see them under the microscope. What he is saying is, he is asking us to collect the different stamens from the different flowers. Okay, here he took the datura flower. He separated stamen from the flower and he took a microscopic slide. He gently dropped all the pollen grains. Okay, now he added a drop of water to the pollen grains and he started observing the pollen grain on the electronic microscope. Okay, again what he is saying is, he is asking us to collect different flowers. Are all the pollen grains the same? No. Okay, so its size is different and its shape to be different. Okay, take the pistil of the datura flower as it is big enough to observe the internal parts. Cut the section of the ovary of pistil as shown in figures 8a and 8b. So what he is saying that he is cutting the ovary of the datura flower. Okay. So transversely and longitudinally he is cutting the ovary of the flower and he is observing the different parts present on that ovary. Okay. So as you see on the figure, you can be easily observe different structures present in the internal part of the ovary. Okay. Some small ball-like structures called ovules can be seen arranged in different chambers. So here we can be able to see the arrangement of the ovules in the ovary. Okay. Now take pistils of other flowers as well one by one and cut the ovary of them and observe the diagram of the section of ovary that you have observed. What he is saying that again he is asking us to do to continue the activity. Okay. To collect different flowers and to draw the different kinds of ovaries. Okay.